Hey, what's up everybody? Brian here with the Holy Roller playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise. And today we're talking about the Slingshot 5 and 9. Let's slingshot the 5 and 9. Here we go.
Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps, earning free cruises, and a whole lot more. Thanks for watching. Now let's get rolling.
All right, if you haven't seen my other video, I slingshot and showed you how to slingshot this strategy called slingshot on the 6 and 8, but I want to do the 5 and 9. So if you saw that other video, you know you could play at a $10 or $15 table. You're going to play the 5 and 9 at $25 each. So $50. If you do this for 10 hands, you should have at least $500. You can do this same thing on the 5 and 9 or the 4 and 10. If you do the 6 and 8, watch that video. It's going to take a little bit more because you're starting at $30 each. But if a 5 or a 9 hit, okay, you're going to get paid $35, okay? All you're going to do is say, make them both look like 15. So what they'll do is they'll probably switch it out like this instead, okay? And then they will go 15 and 15 and give you 55 back. So after one hit on the 5 or the 9, you are playing for free and you have a $5 profit. You're slingshotting it. So you start at 25 and you're pulling it back, right? Pulling it back, and what happens if any one of these hit? They pay 21. Now watch this. Let's say it's the 5. We talked about we're going to do the 5. It's 21. You take it all the way up, right? If you can play $36 on the 5 and 9, do 36. Sometimes they won't allow you. They'll do 35. You have to throw in $1. So keep that $1, because if it hits again, you're throwing it in. You're throwing it in. And it hits and it pays 50 for one, right? So then if you get 50 for one, remember you had the 15 that went back and then you went to 35, and now you can either pull it back again or just leave it like that. And if you pulled it back again, you would pull it back to the 25 level, okay? And then you'd bring 50, what is it, $60 back to your rack, or 61 if you played that. So then we pulled it back, we shot it, right? And we hit it, okay? So now it pays 35, okay? Now it pays 35. We're just going to go to 50, and then we're going to rack 10, okay? And if it hits again, it pays 70, okay? If it pays 70, now remember, this is, we pulled back, and then it went, and we hit it at 70, okay? Now this is where you can either pull back again. Where would you pull back? Probably to 35, right? So you kind of go back to the level. Or you could leave it at 50, like I said before, and then get another 70, and after the other 70, take it to 75 or 100. Throw in 5 from your profit and go to 100 on it, okay? And then if you went to 100, okay, let's say we went to 100, so now that's $100, okay? Then, now that it's 100, it pays 140, okay? So there is 140, sorry, 140, pays 140, and then you could go back to 75, you know, pull it back to 75, and then catapult it to 150 next time it hits. Okay, so basically you want to get to the black chip level where you're getting paid black chips. So you could have went to 75 and got paid 105. That's just more profit. But the idea is whatever you hit when you first start, you start at 25. Let me set it out for you real quick, and then I'll show you the setup that we started at 25. Then we went to 15. Okay, I'll put it out like that. And then from 15, we went to 35 or 36. Okay. Then from there, we went to 50, right? Or we slingshot back to 25. Okay. It depends on how you want to do it. So if you slingshot back to 25, then the next one would be 50. Okay. Instead of this one right here, this 35. Because the slingshot, if you slingshot it at 50, you could slingshot it to you know, pull back to the 35 or the 36. Then you can go, after you win that, you could go to 75, and then finally you could go to 100 if you want. But if you slingshot the back 75, you would slingshot it back to 50. I hope that makes sense. The idea is this pattern just keeps going. But I would try to get to 100 or at least 75, you know, and then start collecting from there. If you're catching a roll, then you just kind of, you know, press it up by quarters each time. you know, like once you get above 50, I would say quarters each time. Then once you get above 50 and you have at least 100, then go by 50s. And I have a video that explains pressing all the way up to $500. So maybe watch that video. I might put it at the end of this video, but you can check that out. It's called how to press across, you know. All right, or how to press the 5 and 9 or something like that. 5 and 9 pressure. I don't know what it's called. Something like that. Okay, just check it out. You can see all the different presses that I recommend, rather than doing all these 1 unit press kind of stuff. Okay, being a little bit more aggressive. Okay, are you ready to roll this out? Let's roll it out. Have you got your dice tracker yet? Make sure to get one of these. Go to holyroller.com or check the link in the description. This is able to track not only your bankroll, but your points towards a free cruise, among other things. So make sure to grab one of these. Now let's get back to it. All right, here we go. I'm just going to roll the dice here, but we are going to start. We have $700. Technically, we could play this with 500, but here we go. We have 25 on the 5 and 9, okay? And we're always going to be working. We don't want to waste any rolls, okay? So we're here to play, so let's play. Let's not wait for the puck to be on. We're working. If we have our money out there, we're working. You know what I mean? All right, it's an 8. The point is 8. And now we're looking for a 5 or 9, okay? There's a 9. All right, so now what do? They're going to pay us 35, but right before they pay us, okay, we want to say really quick, like right when it hits, we want to say, make my 5 and 9 look like 15 each. Then they can grab the correct change like this and give us, there's $25, $35. Then they'll actually give us back $55, by the way. So we'll have a $5 profit after 1 hit. Here we go. And it is a 3. And how about a 5? Okay, so there's a 5. And we know we're going to take it all the way up. Pays 21. Let's say this one only allows us to do the 35. Okay, so we're going to 35 on the 5. And we're taking $1 back to our rack. We're going to have that $1 ready in case the 5 hits again. All right, so here we go. There's a yo 11. And how about a 4? What about an 8? Okay, that hit. Please have my bets working. All right, here we go. And it is a 9. All right, 9, ready to go. All the way up. Take it all the way up. And we're going to get $1 back to our rack. So we have slingshotted both of these. We just need, they'll set that up like this. We just need, and is that the 9? I think, I can't remember. Oh my goodness. I think it was a 3 and then a 9. I don't know. Here we go. Let's see what happens. And it's a 6. What about a 9? Yes, point hit. And we throw in $1, right? And then we slingshot it. We pull it back, okay? And so it's going to pay 50 for 1, but we're taking it down to 25, okay? And then the puck goes off, and we're bringing 60 back to our rack, okay? So here we go. We're working, and we slingshotted the 9. There's the 6. The point is 6. And here we go with an 8. How about a 12? What about a 9 or a 5? Okay, there's the 6. Point hit. Please let me be working, please. All right, there's an 8. All right, here we go. And here is a 3, craps 3. And how about a 5? Yes, how about it? Let's throw in that $1. Let's get paid 50 for 1 and then bring 60 back to our rack. Now you might say, Brian, I don't know if I want to sling that shot, just leave it at 30. And then the next time, you could do that. You could do same bet. And then instead of pulling it back, once you're out of the hand, you might as well just boom, 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 just shot, shot, shot. Don't sling it back. Here we go. Let's get a 9. There's an 8. Point hit. All right, here we go. We're playing for free, and that's why it doesn't really matter. But there is a 4. I would rather just play every roll. Okay, there it is. There it happened. Okay, that was a 0.7 out anyway. But we definitely made some money on that. And since we made some money, that's pretty much how it goes. Let me show you an aggressive way. So we'll do it again. We're going to do it again like this. And like I said, I think I was working all the time. You could wait to get out and then always work, okay? But I'm going to work always, okay? Because technically I have some profit, so hopefully we can get a 5 or 9 on the come out. How about an 8, okay? That's okay. So how about a 9? There we go. So that's going to pay 35. Make my 5 and 9 look like 15 each. Notice how fast you have to say that, right? So there's that right there. They're going to make it look like, what is that? No, that's 35. Okay. They're going to make it look like 15 each, right? And then you're going to bring back the $55. So you made $5. That's why I say if you made $5 and you're profitable already, why not just let it ride? You know, let it work the whole time, all the time. There's a 2. What about an 8? Yes. All right, here we go. Puck off, but our bets are working. All right, there we go with another 8 back out on the 8. Here we go. Let's get a 6. All right, 5 or 9. There's a 5. All right, there's a 5. Okay, so what do we do here? We know we're going all the way up. 21, boom. Bring $1 back to our rack. Whoops, we dropped it. Okay, there it is. All right, there's a 12. How about a 3? But we need a 5, right? Or a 9. That's good. We'll take that all the way up at 21. 15 pays 21. We'll just take it all the way up. Bring $1 back to our rack. 5 or 9 shooter. Come on, let's get it. There's a 4. How about another 4? How about a 8-point hit? All right, point hit. Let's keep it going. Keep it on. Let's do it. All right, there's a 5. Point is 5, and we got paid. What did we get paid? We got 1 for 50, right? Now, since we're working and since we're up, and this is 35, and we got paid 1 for 50, we could just go 250, right? We slinged it. We shot it. We're bringing 35 back, okay? So this is kind of like a switch. You'll see what I mean. So here's this. Let's see if we can get another 5, right? And that was a come out 5, by the way. So let's get a 5 or 9 shooter. There's a 2. How about a 11? What about a 12? And what about a 6? Oh my goodness. Get the hard ways, anyone? There's another 8 and a 7 out. Okay, let me just show you this. So if this hit, okay, if this hit, then it would pay 70, right? Then you would just go to 75. Right? You're bringing 40 back to your rack, right? And then that pays 105. What do? Make it look like 100. Bring $80 back to your rack. Then it pays 140, okay? Pays 140. What are you going to do? You can take it to 200, or you can throw in $10 and take it to, bring the black back, right? And take it to 150, okay? If the 150 hits, right, that 150 is just like 15, so it would pay 210 instead of 21. I hope that makes sense. Just add a 0 at the end. So now you can go from 150, I would just go to 250. That's like taking it from 15 to 25. You know what I mean? So you'd still bring back 110 and you take it to 250. Come on. 25 pays 35, or 250 pays 350, right? 25 pays 35. So that's 250, right? So then you can, right there, you can take it, what would you normally do, right? From 35, right? Or no, 25. Is this 20? Yeah, this is 25 pays 35, right? So look, boom, you just switch them just like that, and you bring back the 250 to your rack, and you're still pressing along the way. I have a video like this, so watch that video if you want. But hey, thanks for watching this one. I hope this makes sense. Slingshot, you start and then go down and then go back up. Come on, slingshot it. Slingshot the 5 and 9. Stay tuned for my next one, which is going to be the 4 and 10. And if you haven't seen the 6 and 8, make sure to go back and look at that one and watch this video. That's it right there. And then don't forget to subscribe. And I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya.